is bigger than commercial, mainstream, corporate hip-hop. Excerpts from the book It's Bigger Than Hip-Hop by M.K. Asante, author, activist, and teacher of hip-hop at Morgan State University.
Some artists say hip-hop is just a mirror of society. If you were drowning, would you want a mirror or constructive action like someone throwing a raft?
Colonialism, as Immortal Technique, an independent political rapper, points out, is sponsored by corporations. Similarly, just as there were 4 dominant colonial powers, England, Portugal, France, and Spain, that raped and maimed Africa, Latin America, and Asia, there are 4 corporations who are running or controlling hip-hop music. Appropriately dubbed the Big Four, Universal Music Group, Sony BMG, EMI Group, and Warner Music Group, according to Nielsen SoundScan, account for 82% of the U.S. music market and supply retailers with 90% of the music that the public purchases, according to New York's Daily News. Consider that the colonial powers were and are called mother countries. Although formerly colonized countries like Ghana, Jamaica, and Senegal may appear to be independent, their economies are still controlled by the old colonial powers, mother countries. Ironically, or not, the Big Four of the music industry are called parent companies.
Despite the perception that black entrepreneurs like P. Diddy, Russell Simmons, Jay-Z, Cash Money are moguls, they are in actuality the children of their respective parent companies. What's worse is that despite popular perception, there are no blacks, none, in top executive positions in the parent companies.
Clearly, hip-hop is programmed by the ruling class. It is a puppet voice for the ruling class that tells us to act like those people who are oppressing us. The media, capitalism, and colonialism are totally responsible for what hip-hop has become.
Although the sweeping power of hip-hop and its artists has traditionally been able to rally masses of people, the reality that hip-hoppers don't own or control how the culture is disseminated complicates the efficacy of using hip-hop to implement social change.
Regardless of the age, ethnicity, or popularity of an artist, what needs to be understood is that all art and all artists, all are political, even if their politics are disguised as indifference. It is that silence on the critical issues of the day that supports the system of oppression and injustice. We cannot afford, nor could we ever, to make art or rap music just to be making it.
My young cousin straight out told me that he and his peers basically will not be impacted by this book because they don't read. My cousin's statement was not a diss. He was simply stating a reality. Rather than be deterred from writing books, I confronted the reality that if I wanted to reach my cousin, I was going to have to learn to communicate in a new language by any medium necessary. Again, because of the lack of ownership by artists of mainstream hip-hop, the hope of implementing social change lies in the underground.
We can choose to support the mainstream hip-hop we hear on the radio today, or to support underground, independent political raptivists, rapper activists, who can educate, move, empower, and inspire our youth to work for social justice, and to become raptivists and artivists who can educate others as well. We as activists can indeed choose to support these raptivists and use their music as a resource to reach the youth and bring them into the struggle for a better world.
Read is bigger than hip-hop. Read that book and you'll see how rich old white men always profit when you buy industry CDs. From the game to Lil Wayne, the whole mainstream is plain. Sell stereotypes to kids, it goes right in their brain. On this we don't have to be dependent. We can always back artists to speak truth that's independent. If you heard me rap, that's evident, cause I hooked that up. Miseducation, they get up.